So today's video is a little bit different to what you might find normally on my channel. We're going to do a short road trip from Cusco to Pisac in the gateway of the Sacred Valley. We're here at about 3,400 meters on the outskirts of Cusco. We'll be going up to about 3,800 at the Corral Pass, the Abra de Corral. And from there we plummet over the course of about 15 kilometers, 1,000 meters in altitude down to Pisac, which is just below 3,000 meters. So fasten your seatbelts and I hope you enjoy the ride. Okay, let's do this thing. Sacsayhuaman, Los Incas, Valle Sagrado. Here we come. Here starts a kind of a line of archaeological sites, starting just back there with Sacsayhuaman, which is probably the most, well, certainly the most famous fortress in Cusco, the ancient capital of the Incas. And all these sites vary from kind of quite crude carvings out of rock to extraordinarily machined ancient stones, which is one of the great mysteries of the archaeological sites in Cusco and in Peru, of course, and this part of South America. Particularly because you have these, a bit like in Egypt, you have these gigantic monoliths, these huge stones, and they are cut with such precision that even modern machines can't replicate that. So how on earth did the Incas do it and the pre-Incas? For me personally, well, it's a mystery which will never really be solved. But if you take plant medicine, ayahuasca, San Pedro cactus, if you ask, you can receive downloads, higher communications about what actually happened. For me, it doesn't really matter. It could be giants, could be extraterrestrials. They say there was a plant which I believe was piri piri, but I might be wrong. But it's a medicinal plant used with, as a master plant used with ayahuasca. But anyway, one of these plants was used as a tool to melt stone and reform it in these exact configurations so that they could fit together exactly. Something which is, you know, if you can melt something, you can cast it into an exact shape. Whereas if you're using modern technology, you would tend to cut it with some kind of machine, and so you can't really achieve the same precision. Well, maybe you can just about, but considering we're talking, I don't know, hundreds of years, if not thousands of years since these rocks were created, it's definitely a different kind of technology. And science, modern mechanical science, has no real explanation for it, or no kind of plausible explanation that's any more sensible than there being than it being the work of extraterrestrials or giants. And if, like me, you've drunk ayahuasca many times, such ideas, such fairy tales, fantasies, you will know that, yeah, all of this is completely within the realms of all sorts of dimensions and realities just outside the conventionally agreed collective reality that we all are living, the collective that we can all agree on, which is very narrow. And all this sort of stuff kind of used to fascinate me, about this mystery. And now I'm just like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I don't want to get hung up on these fantastic theories of this 3D reality we find ourselves in, and kind of miss out on the actual ordinary magic that's right here all the time. So we're just passing some ruins now. I'm going to pull off the road and look back, take a little bit of give a bit of a view of those. So I believe this ruin is the penultimate ruin on the road down to Pisac. I believe it's called Pucapucara. I've not actually visited it myself, but you can kind of see it from here. But yeah, just one of the many monuments around the Cusco Valley and the adjacent sacred valley. Pisac, 22 kilometers. Let's go. Our destination for this video, Pisac. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do check out my website to find out how you can join me here, what that entails. I'm offering conscious adventures, ayahuasca ceremonies, as well as online identity transformation sessions.